Hello, everybody. Welcome to AZ Security, the channel to be with all the security updates you will want to hear. My name is Dion Paardenkoper. I am a cloud architect at IT Impressive, and today we're going to talk about solving security incidents with Security Copilot. Today I have a special guest. That's Jeroen Wint. Jeroen, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I can. Hello, my name is Jeroen Wint. I'm a cloud solution architect at Microsoft in the Netherlands, and Dinant asked me to join his podcast, and I'm looking forward to help him and to have a nice conversation together.
I would say welcome back because we did an earlier session about Sentinel, right?
Yes, we did, and I liked it very much, so that's why I'm back.
Cool, awesome. And what is the topic that you want to touch today with Security Copilot?
Today I want to show mostly the embedded version of Security Copilot into the Unified Security Operations Platform. I think for the most customers, the most value will be in the embedded edition because it's really integrated in all to in the XDR solutions and works seamlessly in that portal. And I would love to show how it's working in incidents, how it can, for example, try as an incident or make a report and all those kind of things.
All right, awesome. Looking forward to the specific topic. And before we begin, how long do you work with this technology?
How long do I work with this technology? I think roughly a year. A
Okay.
little less, maybe a little more. I was involved while it was Microsoft internal only. At that time, the product was pretty. How should I call it nicely? Not that great.
Was in
But I think
development or?
we all needed to get used to AI and not expect to have a 100% good result, especially not in the beginning. And I think nowadays it's getting better and better, and people start seeing the value. We start seeing the value. We know how to operate with it, and I think that's really improving our products. But I guess my experience is roughly a year.
All right, awesome. And looking back, are there specific things that you say like, well, that's
Yeah.
good to know before
Well,
we start?
in this case, the most part will be the embedded one. I think, of course, it's not 100% good, but it's quite good and a high level. You also have the standalone one, or when you create sometimes KQL statements,
Yeah.
it's good, but it's not perfect. So you need to adjust. You need to know, for example, table names sometimes. You need to know where you can gather the data because AI is often not capable of doing that, giving a wrong table name, come up with table names that does not exist because your prompt is not good enough. Key is prompting. Good prompting is really, really key to work with these kind of solutions.
I can imagine. Otherwise, you're getting something, but it's not helping you basically. So,
Exactly. Just doing the big story is not good enough. So you need to have some general knowledge yourself about what you are going to ask as well, because otherwise the answer will probably not match your requirements.
all right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I don't know if you have prepared something for today, but looking
I did
forward.
a little bit, or at least I logged into the portal and I want to share it with you. I'm gonna grab one of my incidents and want to let Copilot do the work and show you what it does. And afterwards, I want to switch to the standalone portal, grab the incident ID, and let's see what Copilot can do for you from the standalone portal as well on that incident
Okay.
and see how you, for example, can create a PDF or a Word document from it or make a management summary for it and those kind of stuff. So I'm going to
Very
share
cool.
my screen,
Yeah, cool.
and that's probably this one. And then I hope it will be this screen. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen.
You can see my
Yes.
screen. Okay. Well,
What do we
Normally, I
see
would.
here normally? So I'm seeing Defender, is that correct?
Yeah, this is the Defender portal, and it's the Unified Security Operations Platform. And you can tell that because if I go here, and it goes a little slow today. I don't
That
know
cannot be
why.
possible with Azure.
It's yeah, it's probably it's the latest day, but you can see it from the general tabs. Since there is cloud tabs, there's email combinations, the endpoints, identities, but Sentinel's in here as well.
Okay, so this is basically the newest portal which Microsoft is
Yes.
providing to merge all those security products together, right?
Yes, this is on request of our customers to bring all the portals into one portal and to make it easier for the SOC operators to work with our technology.
Okay, and XDR, is that also being integrated in this portal?
Yeah, Defender XDR is integrated. As you can see, there is cloud apps, the endpoints, and also Defender for Cloud will soon show up. I don't know exactly when everything will be show up, but uh, uh, there are plans to moving that into this portal as well. So looking good.
Okay,
Um, let's see if I go here to an incident.
right.
And then I need to search a little bit for one with a lot of. Let's see if this one is the good one or is a good one. I might have to search a little bit. So
Just a
forgive me.
normal day for a SOC operator, right?
Yeah, probably. I'm not a SOC operator. I'm only giving them tools.
True, true.
In this case, you see Security Copilot on the side did already some work.
Okay,
And you see here on the side, it created an incident summary where it says it was a multi-stage incident involving execution and credential access on one endpoint. Then when it started, when it ended, which user and which device were impacted. It's able to check in the past to see did something happen to us before or later,
okay. That's nice.
and based on that, do you want to classify already the incident? You can here click on it to see the evidence if you want to.
Okay,
Then it goes directly here, so it goes to the evidence and response tab aligned to the story. So you can have a look in it, and based on that, you can say, well, it's something from one of those classifications.
classifications, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what it is
Well,
basically, yeah.
then also what is nice, for example, it says, well, I suggest to suspend the account which is evolved.
Okay. So it's doing a suggestion.
A suggestion. At this moment it is. And if we do not agree, we can help Copilot learn. In this case, so it looks right, or it needs improvement, or it's inappropriate. Or it suggests maybe we should disable or reset password. Also, we can add our own tasks. So we can add some task for someone who needs to work on this and add some extra work on it for them.
And is it working with the security incident tooling of Microsoft, or can I add my own?
At this moment, it's working with the security incident tooling of Microsoft. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Also, Copilot showed here there are related threats, and on that case, it directly gives you the capability to go to view the threat analytics report.
Okay.
If you go there, directly goes there. The threat analytic report is one of the Defender ones.
Right.
And it gives you what kind of... do we show it? Does it show this screen or does it show only the incident screen now? Because I don't know which screen you are seeing.
I'm still seeing Microsoft Defender.
Yeah, I'm afraid. I was afraid of that. Let's see if I can switch a little of my screen, share something else. I was thinking already it was doing it like that. What I wanted to show is that it moved up to another tab and opened up the threat analytics. And said, this is the threat actor. Probably, of course, Copilot already saw it, but you have at this moment 2 active incidents related to this kind of, to this threat.
Okay.
So it searches everything for you. Also, what nice is and now we are here anyway. I'm going to show you a thing which Copilot is capable of as well.
Okay.
Give me a summary of the latest threats.
Well, at least it helps in digging easier, I can say.
Yes.
To the most related topics.
What I would say, this is a really good tool for new people in the job.
Yeah.
So it helps you to understand how a security incident is working, how you should basically triage your incident or prioritize it, what is related, why is it important, those kind of things. That is really important, and I would say it's doing a good job in this kind of things. Basically, I would like to go back to the other screen again. So sorry, I need to switch a little bit. It's not that great.
The analyst report, I was just
Oh,
wondering.
were you just reading it? We're still reading it. I want to go back to the other screen. It was you were reading the analyst report still?
Yeah, I was just wondering what that button
Yeah.
will display.
The next is executive summary.
Okay.
So what it is, which tools they are using, when, for example, the latest times it was used, what compromise techniques they are using, and the recommendations also on how to prevent it from happening.
So if I have, for example, a Lodge 4J, which was very present back then, I can press this summary and I'll give it to my CISO just to give him the correct information without typing a letter.
Yes, you can.
Cool.
It's really, really nice. Those kind of things is really helpful. I would say also, I will show later on generating an incident summary in Word. It gives you a complete document. And you can say, I want it for my engineers in full detail, or if I want a management summary and all those kind of stuff. And it really, really makes a good document and makes life easier if you want, for example, if you want to report on the incidents for the last 30 days, what happened, it gives you a summary and it's really, really nice.
And this is already built into the Microsoft Defender.
This one is built in. This is the threat intel, which is just using threat intel from the Copilot thing on. But also will show you on the Security Copilot standalone version. But first I want to go back a little bit to the other portal, to the embedded one, because I was not really finished there yet. It's a bit switching, and I should have thought about that, but I didn't. I was thinking what I are seeing, you are seeing, but that's not the case.
You're very enthusiastic, so that's no problem at all.
I try to be, at least.
So we're back into screen one.
We are back into screen. I want to go to screen one at least, but we are not back in screen one. We were in the Defender portal. I want to go to incident one. And I need to see if I go here. What can I do with this one? not a good one, probably. Yeah, I cannot prompt in here. No. Doesn't matter. Let me grab another incident to show you a little bit. What is a nice one? Oh, maybe this one.
Ransomware, that's always
That's always nice. And then let's hope Copilot did not do that much. Oh, yeah, you see now it's generating the summary.
So when you click on it, Copilot is going to
Going through the incidents, yeah.
Okay.
And I need to recall the incident number of this one because I want to have the same incident number and use it on the standalone version later on.
Okay.
So what you see, it was going through all the data, basically the attack story and the alerts and the assets, evidence response, everything what it did, and then it creates the summary. So you can see credential access was happening, lateral movement, some execution, privilege escalation. Again, of course, we can classify it.
True.
But in here, what is nice, there is a user involved and that user is apparently available on Microsoft Teams. So what can we do? We can get in contact directly from the incident solving with the user over Teams.
That is nice. So if he was not aware of this security incident...
Exactly.
Yeah, cool.
So you can and also the text is already there. So it's just contact the user in Teams and this complete text is integrated in there then. And then you can just send it.
Nice.
Also, for example, we have seen some strange activities. Can you please confirm? Well, same things. But also, directly, and this is, here you see the integration, for example, with Defender. We can isolate the device directly from here.
Cool. And the isolation, so that's on the Defender side?
Yeah, it's on the Defender side. It's just giving a call to the API of Defender to isolate that device. And of course, depending on the settings, it's like, I think, normally if you isolate the device, the user is available on Teams, but cannot do anything on the internet and all those kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering if it also is working with conditional access, which basically normally is in place, so that the user can log in.
It will, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Well, in this case, somebody has already reset the password for this user, and but also you can disable it. There are lots of things Copilot already did or give you, and then in this case, generate an incident report.
Okay.
It's generating a report here, which can be a PDF or Word or whatever kind of document. Probably here it's PDF. It takes a while, but anyway, it's much faster than you doing it yourself, writing everything down what happened.
I can imagine. But if I understand correctly, so Copilot does correlate, so it gathers and correlates the things.
Yeah, it goes through it.
It doesn't act until you say disable, right?
It doesn't do anything on its own.
Right. Okay.
It's not an engineer, and it will not be an engineer for the near future.
Right.
If you want that to be happening, you should build automation yourself with logic apps and all those kind of stuff.
That's good to know. Also for the listeners.
Yes.
Later on, it is.
And I know it's market like you can replace your analyst and all those kind of stuff, but you can't. Not at this moment, at least. Here you see. We have this incident report with a summary, everything what happened, and all the actions, and also the remediation actions, which has been done. And I really love it. I really, really like this kind of information, to have it available with one click.
So if there are 5-6 steps happening, with this incident, it also logs those steps as
Yes,
well.
it logs everything in it. You see it? And the complete investigation action. So what was happening, but also, what did we do to it to make sure it does not happen again?
Yes.
And I think this is great. This is awesome because you have all your actions at one place, and if we just click here, we can export it to a PDF.
Okay, cool.
Or open it in Security Copilot. And that's something I'm gonna do now, and then probably switch screens soon because it's generating that other, and I think it's this one, hopefully. Yeah. So
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
it's generating the report again, but then you can see here, you can export details to Excel. You can read the complete incident summary again. Gives classification, of course, but also I want a management summary for this incident, and I want you to explain it to them if act like they are at very young age.
I must laugh because mostly I will explain to people in a simple age.
Yeah, but this is what I. If you want it, management summary, but it must also be easily to understand. And management normally is not really into technical details.
True.
So hopefully my live demo doesn't go wrong.
Let's hope so. And otherwise, I think the viewers will get the point.
I guess they do, and I also when you go on YouTube, you can find lots of those kind of funny things to see what's going to happen. But here you get it.
Oh, there's your number, 5176.
Yes, and here, the information. A bad guy used a computer.
Maybe they have to change that. A bad actor, but who's counting?
Yeah, but this is but I asked for very young people. So if I remove that
true,
one.
true. Yeah, definitely.
But also a guy used a tool. So because if you read it in the other way, it says Mimikatz is used, but the manager probably has no idea what Mimikatz is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Lateral movement. Yeah, of course, a security manager does know, but probably the CEO of a company has no idea.
They only want to know the headlines.
What happened? And what they want to know is which actions are taken.
So what you mentioned, right? So this is information. Has been passed. You also say it must not ever happen again.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about how Copilot is helping you with that? Is that more in advisory role or?
Copilot itself does nothing. It gives advice. It's reading the incident and compared based on actions we did in the past, which it can read from. Basically also your XDR environment, and also based on the learnings it did on the module. It gives you advice on what you should do or what you could do to prevent it from happening again. So or when a user has been compromised, you should first disable it, reset the password, etc., before you enable it again. When a device is compromised, of course you first should isolate it from your network and make sure that the device can be scanned again, or maybe it should be brought back into the company to be
refurbished.
To refresh the operating system, or make sure you are going to do a deep investigation.
Definitely, yeah.
And this is so helpful, and I would say this kind of things with those incident reports but also management summary about how many incidents happened the past 30 days and what was the top threat.
Can Copilot also investigate after, I don't know, for instance, that an incident has worked 2 weeks, then it's finally finished, it is being resolved, actions has been taken. Can he do a refresh, like if everything is being fixed, what he has advised?
Probably it can check if it's still active, but if its incident is closed, it's closed, and probably will be resolved as closed. It will be written away as closed for Copilot as well. You can see here, this is my management summary. It says, in the past 30 days, there have been a total of 731 security incidents.
Wow.
And the most common threat identified was related to the data loss prevention policies, which is pretty popular at this moment, by the way. But also here, it says the severities, the status of those incidents, and it just gives a top 5. I want to see incidents related to devices. Yeah. Then it should also go through it, fill the last 30 days, because, okay, you see, well,
I could not fit.
too big, it's too big. Give me the top 10 of MDE incidents of the past 30 days. This should work, probably. I hope so, at least. If not, bad prompting.
Then we'll choose AI.
Oh yeah, but I don't mind. This is what's happening.
Well, at least I see the use case that, especially for SOC people, that just digging every day in the big pile
Exactly.
of messages, it's giving a lot of clearance.
This is really, really helpful, and all this kind of thing is export your response. You can create a Word document, you can create an email, you can bring it into Excel. It's really easy to work with. Give me full detail on incident ID 7153. I am not very technical, but I want to understand.
Is there also a training that you can follow?
We have some learn pages, but I would say learning on the job with prompting is the most best thingy. But that's just how I learned everything in my career.
I totally agree. I think
And
that's the best. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's also I think about that's IT guy or IT person's nature as well. Being curious how something is working and how can you get the best out of it.
Definitely.
In this case, give me full detail, so I get the incident title, risky behavior in Copilot for 365, who did solve it, when did it happen. In this case, there's nothing been done yet. It should, at least it gives.
Ticket is still open, right?
Yeah, it's still unsolved, but also you can see it's still like it's from 2 hours ago.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't notice yet. So
Yeah, so this is basically what you can do a little bit with Security Copilot standalone. Also, what is nice, give me the latest information on the top 3 threat actors now active. then you can see it's probably checking Defender for Threat Intel.
Yeah, there he is.
There it is. That is the one which was in the previous portal.
Right. And
And
does it then do a delta, like what is the current
it's
threat?
looking what's currently active and the top three. So what is at this moment very much seen in the world.
Exactly, yeah.
So in this case, Hazel Sandstorm, the Checkered Typhoon, and the Fuller's Call. And for everything, it says, in this case, it's even low severity for all, but if I want to know, give me all the information on Hazel Sandstorm, I need to explain to my management, and I also want to know how I can prevent this from happening for my company.
And there he goes again.
Yeah,
Microsoft
that's all the time. It takes a little while, but it's way much faster than you can read and going through all the documentation.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, 6 seconds is nothing, you know.
See here, it was in 12 seconds. The TTPs, the threat analytics, but also here, the recommendations.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And this is
That's
so
awesome.
awesome. It tells you what you can do up front before it even happening to your company, what you can do to help your company to be more safe or for this kind of threats. And this is the things I really, really love on Security Copilot.
Definitely. Yeah, this is added value.
Yeah,
Definitely.
good. Well, I think that was demo specs a little bit. Do you have any questions which you want to talk about or maybe show, ask me to show?
Well, I think I tried my best to fire a lot of questions to you when you were in the demo. Well, maybe the question, what you have learned so far. So,
What
as
did
you
I learn
mentioned,
so far?
lessons learned. Yeah.
Yeah, well, as I said in the beginning, I started, of course, with it when it was just a language model. And I've seen it grown to an assistant for the analyst.
Right.
And what I have learned is that how much information and how good I am at Googling and gathering information, I can never be as quick and as accurate, basically, in grabbing information from multiple sources as
Yeah.
this module can do for me.
True.
And when I'm in a big secure, I'm imagining myself being in a cyber defense center and having a big incident, and it's having like hundreds of devices and users involved, and it generates me a report and gives me, you should disable this and this and this and this device, and this user should be blocked, or this needs password resets. That saves me tons of time.
True. But did you, at the beginning, did not have to fear like, well, that's a nice advice, but I'm still thinking?
Yeah, and sometimes I still have those remarks.
Right.
I wouldn't say you should go blind on everything Copilot advises. You should always stay natural thinking and do your own research. But it can definitely help you a lot and giving you a good direction where you should have a look.
Yeah.
And I'm confident, and also I know a little bit of more what's coming and what they are changing. Uh, we can do another session, for example, on Copilot for security with agents.
Yeah,
We will
that's
come
definitely
there.
good. Yeah.
There is a lot upcoming, and it will get better and better and better. And I would encourage people when your company does have the money or does want to invest in those kind of tools, please play with it.
Well, it's evolving or evolving. It's the
Yeah.
right word. So I'm seeing definitely in this kind of use cases, it's very added to have an assistant at your back. Still thinking with your brains. You have to think still in decision making, but it can really help you in the right direction.
Yeah, it helps you in the right direction, and the reporting capabilities are unmatched. I can never being that accurate and being that quick in building an incident summary for my manager. As soon as basically I have an incident and I'm finished with my tasks and I can just generate an incident summary, I put it in my Word document and I use, for example, even Word Copilot to change the bit in management summary there again or add it, and then I have a ready to send document. And
True.
and that is really, really important because managers wants to know what is happening. They need to go upstairs, go to dire manager or even the CEO to explain why the company was down for several hours and why they missed a lot of dollars.
Exactly. Yeah. So totally true. Another question just popped up, just out of curiosity. Do you know what engine is behind Security Copilot?
No,
Is that what?
no,
No.
but probably I think it's all using the same kind of engine behind it. I can probably gather those information, but I don't know if that's public available, and I don't know if I'm allowed to talk
Yeah.
about it.
That would be hard, right? Just thinking
I
out
can.
loud
I understand you want to know, but I don't know if you use normal Copilot or 365 Copilot.
a bit.
Yeah, and then if you use, for example, ChatGPT 4.5, and you compare, then you have a general idea what's happening.
I think so. Yeah, I saw that ChatGPT or GPT 4.5 was in preview currently.
I bought, and this is general AI. This is not about security. I bought a subscription for the normal Copilot, for the normal ChatGPT, and then you could play around with it. But this is crazy what is happening at this moment with all those movies you could make from a picture, and it's also a bit scary.
Yeah. Bias will be important as
Yeah.
well.
Cool. Well, I will send you some links around Security Copilot, and
Yes, I will add them.
we might
To-
be able to schedule another session on Copilot security with agents. But give me a little time.
yeah.
Give me
It's,
a few weeks probably, and then I can do it for you.
well, it would be amazing if you want to come back. Well, thanks again for this explanation and for your demo.
Yeah.
Very loved it. Cool to see Copilot in action and to a use case which is very required to set these tools into action. So
Yeah.
thank you for that.
You're welcome. I liked it as well. So, and I think, to be honest, it went better voice-wise and those than the first one. So,
Yeah,
good.
it's
More
always
natural.
yeah, we will evolve as well, right?
Yeah, well, it's doing it more often, and that helps.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I didn't hear any complaints, so if there are, I will let you know.
Yeah, good. Well, we'll send you some links, and then have a nice evening.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's wrap up. Thank you everybody for listening, also for viewing, and till next time, take care. Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.